Starting off with a little technical difficulty right there. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and this is the second post-episode 14 live stream. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Let's see. I think that's better. Whoo! That's a great way to start off a stream. How about that? Let's see. How is everybody doing out there tonight? Hope you're all having a fantastic one so far. Let's see, and I forgot to add some stuff, so let's do that while I'm thinking of it. Let's see. There we go. Let's do that. And stream health is good. There we go. Levi, hey, how's it going, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Unfortunately, I cannot join you today, and likely not tomorrow either, but I apologize. I am going to be working tomorrow, so I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have available to me, so I do apologize. Brayden, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Let's see, we are bringing back up the screen. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we're going to wait a few more minutes to see who else joins us here on the stream. If you're out there in the chat, go ahead and give yourself a shout out. Let me know that you're out there, because unfortunately YouTube does not have a roll call system, so I have no idea that you're out there unless you say something. So we are just waiting a few more minutes, like I said. We've got a contract, and then we've got a bunch of work to do around the farm. So we are picking right up where we left off after the first live stream that happened a couple of days ago. I was going to hop on yesterday evening, but ended up having pseudo emergency come up. It wasn't a huge deal in the end, thankfully, but just could not be avoided. So I had to cancel yesterday's stream. Jody, hey, how's it going? How's everyone doing? Doing fantastic, Jody. How about yourself? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. There's my number one knucklehead buddy. I appreciate you coming on tonight, sir. Hope you and yours are having a fantastic evening. Fantastic evening so far. Let's see. I'm going to give it about 1 or 2 more minutes to see who else joins us, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. Jody says, love talking to you earlier about the maps. Oh, no problem, bud. No problem. The only thing I ask is that you and I just keep that to ourselves until those map ideas get released, until I put them out into the public. So if we can keep that between you and I greatly appreciate that. Doing good? Fantastic, bud. Fantastic. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Let's see. That was something else I meant to do before getting going. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Let's see. And yes, okay, perfect, perfect. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and get started. But before we get going on the contract, at the end of the last stream, I went ahead and started showing off a bunch of screenshots, but unfortunately, I couldn't make my way through all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and show the rest of those screenshots to get those kind of out of the way, and that way we can go from there, because I've got just a few left from the other day, but I want to make sure that we get through them. Let's see. For some reason, this keeps breaking on my end. I don't know why. Yeah, let's see. Let me try. There we go. All right, and now, starting off, we've got a slew from Will T Gaming. Will T, thank you so much for sending these over to me. We got a beautiful, beautiful sunset there going on in the background with the red, white, and blue truck there, the Big Mac. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. Let's move on to our next one here. If I can. There we go. Next one we got here from inside the Big Mac going into the farm. Looking sharp as always. That farm build that he has going on there is really, really nice. Oh, another of the Big Mac. Big red, white, and blue banner on the side there with the fading sun. Gotta love that. Beautiful hard day's work. Oh, got the big silage boss peeking over a hill there. We got the sun and just getting ready to set, looks like. Looking very good. Oh, and it looks like I saved multiples of that one on accident. We'll skip that one. There we go. Looks like Will is packing up some silage there. He's got a massive, I think it was like a 3,000 head of cattle on his farm. And so he's got a ton of slurry, manure, and stuff to do. Basically, it seems like a daily project with him when it comes to having to muck things out there. Oh, got a little bit of winter there. That beautiful rock wall right there along the front side there. And I'm not quite sure what that building is. It's something that's been reinforced. Looks really good either way. Let's see. We've got, oh, we got the Silo King there with a whole bunch of silos right along the back end there. Looking sharp. Got a few more inside the cow barn. Looks like they're feeding the cows. Looking good. Oh, got the Silo King moving around with the either the rising or fading sun. Oh, look at that. Got the, that's actually a different semi-truck. That looks to be is that the, that's not the Volvo, is it? I can't remember, but you can see behind it that beautiful rock wall right back behind that tanker there in between the buildings. I mean, he did such a good job on those rock walls. One of these days, I'm going to give that a try. He showed me how to do it, and one of these days, I'm going to do it. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Going down the path there in his semi-truck, the Big Mac. Got the big silos in the background. Just looking fantastic. I'll catch up with the chat in just a second here as I see that it is moving along. We got some beauties going on here. Got the big farm buildings in the background in between each of the fields. We only got a couple more. Look at that from inside. I believe that's the Mac right there. I'm almost positive that's the Mac. Looking on to the farm build. Got a couple of, I believe those are the cow barns in the background there. Got two more. Yeah, look at that. Again, that beautiful rock wall. A little bit of spacing. Like those are almost like independent stones. And they got the big pond that he built back there. This is Alma, Missouri, by the way. He's got such a massive build on Alma. This is a ridiculous build. And last one. Check that out. Very, very nice. Will T Gaming, thank you so much for sending us all those screenshots. And if you are interested in having your farm displayed here on the channel, go ahead and send me your pictures via the links. Well, they're not links, but via the social medias below. We got the Instagram, Facebook, and X. Send it to me direct message on either one of those, and I will be able to go ahead and get them and bring them up onto the channel. So let's see. Let me catch up with the chat here real quick, and then we'll get rocking and rolling under the contract. So we've got Jody saying, I will sure keep it between us and make sure not to say. I appreciate that, bud. Thank you so much. Saskatchewan, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. I'm watching the Toronto Blue Jays right now against the Kansas City Royals. It's 3-2 Kansas City against Blue Jays in the 6th. Ooh, that's a tight game right there. That's going to be a good one. Jody says, playing on the maps tonight? Absolutely. Awesome, bud. Take pictures of my farm time. Yeah, dude, send me some pictures. Like I said, Instagram, Facebook, X, any one of those, you can send me the pictures and I can display them here on stream. Jody says that is a fantastic farm build. Yes, and the cool thing about it is that Will T Gaming is going to be committing to when the next update for Alma comes out. He's going to go ahead and blow out his entire save file, and he's going to rebuild his entire farm from scratch, and he's going to be showing it live on his channel over on Twitch. And as far as I'm aware, he said he's going to be posting it onto his YouTube account. So keep an eye out for that. Once the new file comes, he is basically said he is committed to starting a new save file so he can get all the new goodies and features from that update. So he's really looking forward to that. Tony, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Saying good evening all. Saskatchewan then says, Dave, sometimes I'll take screenshots of my farm and send it to you. Hey, that'd be fantastic there, Saskatchewan. And if you want, you said that you're a real grain farmer. Feel free to take some photos and send them to me, like the real photos as well. I would absolutely love to be able to portray the farm and show it off. The only thing I require from anybody who's going to send me photos is in the messages, make sure that you say that you give me permission to be able to display these images on the channel. That's the only thing I ask. If you send me anything, if I don't get that, then I will not display them, because I will otherwise assume that they are for private use. So that's the only thing I ask. Let's see. Saskatchewan also says Will does fantastic on his screenshots. He absolutely does. He has got the eye for some beauty screenshots. Tony says, whose farm? That is Will T Gaming. Saskatchewan says, I'm on PMC Terrain 32X map. I'm seeing 216.69 acres. Whoops. With my Vetterstat 84-foot air drill seed cart. Nice. I just might do a relay farming video in live stream on the farm next week, because next week we're going to start seeding. Oh man, that's going to be exciting time for you. Let's see. Also says, I will take some screenshots of my real life farm sometime. I will send it to you on Instagram. I will send it pictures of Seed Hawk. Yeah, do that too, please. Like, if you can, like, somehow get a point of reference, like something like a person standing in it, you can have me blur them out or whatever the case may be if you want. But just so you can see just how massive that set of equipment is, because like just to have a picture of it, it doesn't no justice. You have to have some kind of reference point, that or like a pickup truck or just something that's parked next to it, just so you know just how massive these things are. The Seed Hawk is a huge piece of equipment. People, I don't think, really get a true understanding of the scale that they're dealing with. Let's see. Tony gives the thumbs up. Awesome, Tony. Glad to hear it. And Saskatchewan finally says, sometimes I will send you pictures of my farm 32X map PMC. Yeah, absolutely, bud. Absolutely. Go ahead and send me over the screenshots. And like I said, just say in the message that you give me permission to display them on the stream. So let's go ahead and get rock and rolling. We do have one contract that we're going to work on here in the meantime. And we're going to be working around the farm. We've got a lot of stuff to do today, because when we updated the file here recently for Alma, Missouri, it regrew some of the trees there over on the homestead farm, or the homestead field, I should say. And oops, it'd probably help if I opened it up. No, not quite. There we go. Now we can go. So yeah, because it grew all of the trees back, or not all of them, but some of them, I have to go there and clear them out before I can mow said field. I also have the alfalfa field I want to mow as well, and I've got to start hurrying because it's starting to get dark out. So I don't want to do a whole bunch of stuff at night if I don't have to. Let's see, nice colors there. Are we referring to the John Deere? That's what I presume that we're talking about. So yeah, we got this contract. This is what it just gave us, is a John Deere harvester. We're going to be making our way through here. We wanted to get this last actual harvest because we are in October. I don't suspect that we're going to have too many November contracts. It's possible we'll get a couple, but One of those, I want to have the corn because it's going to make it to where I'll be able to have even more product, even more seed. And something that occurred to me just a few minutes before hopping on the stream tonight is that tomorrow, aka November, I should be able to harvest my soybeans. But what I don't recall is, will the swather work on soybeans? I'm not 100% certain about that. If it works, then that's perfect. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to figure out a way to be able to harvest the soybeans by getting some kind of equipment. I'll have to get a harvester or something. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to figure out here before too much longer, is if that swather is going to work for the harvest there of soybeans. We will see. We will see. Let's see. Tony says, your map. Oh, yeah. The we are in the fall, so we got the fall colors going pretty hard right now. It is beautiful. This map is gorgeous in the fall. You got all the kind of oranges and reds and yellows just kind of popping. In the left there, you got the mixtures of the greens kind of, still have yet to change colors fully kind of thing. It's, yeah. There are so many areas along this map that are just absolutely stunning to look at. You look off to the right there. I'm trying not to get too far into the tree line there, but yeah, you got some beauty right there. Celobuki did an amazing job on this map. Ken, hey, how's it going? Hello, everyone. Hello, Ken. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Jody says, sent you a picture. I didn't want to show too much of a farm because it's one of the maps we... Oh, gotcha. That's cool, bud. That's no problem whatsoever. All right. Let's just keep on making our headland, and we'll set our worker off. Once we set the worker off, I will then try and head over to the farm specifically. Well, yeah, to my farm, because I got to pick up a devourer. I want to pick up a tree devourer so I can go ahead and get as much of that, all the tree off as possible. And what I'm going to do also is probably lease out a Titan trailer just so I can go ahead and kind of get everything all in one go. I won't have to sit here and worry about, getting my truck, getting all that stuff. I'll just lease everything so that way it's just good to go. Let's see. Saskatchewan says the swather does not work in soybeans, only works in wheat, barley, oats, and canola. Gotcha. Okay, thank you, Saskatchewan. I appreciate you pointing that out. I wasn't 100% sure if it did or did not, so that means I'm going to have to figure out something in regards to the harvest come next month. There we go. So we should... Let's see. Oh yeah, it did kind of judder over, didn't it? I was hoping to be able to set the worker off, but we're not going the exact angle that we need to be able to go at in order to let them kind of go at it, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I'm likely going to have to unload my harvester here before we make the full headland, though, which that's kind of a bummer, but not the end of the world. Let's see. So we've got Waychair. Hey, how's it going? They should add peanuts as new crops in the next FS. That would be cool. I mean, you figure we got what? When we got 22, we got things like grapes and olives as brand new products. What else did we get? It was mainly just and sorghum. That was that was the 3 like base game add-ons that we got from FS19. We pretty much had everything else with the exception of those 3. But the cool thing is that you get all these maps that'll add all these various different stuff like rye, peas, alfalfa. Peas would be another cool one to add in as well as a base crop. But I mean, I personally could live without the olives and grapes come next iteration. That's me personally. I had, I think, one Let's Play series where I tried to specifically focus on grapes and olives, and it was just too much. way too much because of the whoa, easy. Because of the collisions on the poles and whatnot, you have to be like really, what's the word I'm looking for? Very steady as to how you're driving and just be able to have enough space. Now, fortunately, the map I was playing on, it was the Hills of Tuscany map, and anybody who's familiar with that map, there's not a lot of space to be able to turn around in some of the vineyards on that map. So it's one of those where it made it even more difficult. There we go. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So we're just going to empty this out. So let's see. We've got... Saskatchewan says... BDD, you missed my comment above. Did I miss the comment above? Tony, is this Michigan State? I don't know. Let's see. The concert was awesome. I actually met Dallas Alexander. He actually slept in the same hotel as us. I actually got a vinyl album from him, and I got an autograph. Oh, that's awesome, buddy. You were saying that you met up with Dallas Alexander. Congratulations about that. That's awesome. Actually met Dallas. Yep. Let's see. Haven't done olives or grapes either, says Tony. Yeah, it's one of those where it was... I don't know. It just wasn't really worth the squeeze, you know? It's one of those fruits that just wasn't worth the time and the effort. And it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort in order to put into it. And you're not getting a decent enough reward, in my opinion, in order to make it, like, really worth it kind of thing. And you're almost having to... let's go ahead and just... get this little chunk here, that way get a good straight edge. There we go. Like the payout that you get with like grapes and olives is you make olive oil or like raisins or grape juice. That's really about it, and it's not really a product that's going to sell for a whole bunch of money, so it's just not worth the extra effort that you have to put into it, the specialized equipment and all this stuff, unless you're going to be doing like a specialized map where you're only going to be harvesting grapes and olives. But then again, you're doing everything manually. You can't hire a worker. It's just one of those where you really have to slog through and just kind of go at it at just a slow, meticulous pace that by the end of it, like I said, it just didn't feel worth it. Like I didn't feel that sense of accomplishment as I would normally get when everything was said and done. And then you're having to go through, not only because you have to have all this specialty equipment, but then you're having to go through and do all these kind of specialized like planting rotations with the grapes. Because like I said, I did grapes. That was the one thing I did, and it was just one of those that, you know, once I got all the tools, once I got all the stuff, it was just like, okay, it just, that lack of satisfaction when everything was done. So that was the one and only time where I've actually like really went deep into it. And on top of that, there's not really a lot of base game equipment for grapes and olives. So it required me to download things like the Vineyard Pack. It required me to download to just find some tools that provided, you know, some sense of convenience, quote unquote. But it wasn't like they were unrealistic mods or anything like that. It was just, you know, oh, I could do 2 rows instead of 1 kind of thing when it came to, you know, fertilizing, or 2 rows for mulching, or, you know, whatever the case may be. All right, now that that's going, let's go ahead and grab the tractor. Look at that. The beast lives. It lives! Ha 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 ha! All right. Let's catch up with the chat. Let's keep on going. Ken says, I think Medved. Is that supposed to be Medvedin map? Would it be a good Let's Play map for your next Let's Play? I'm sorry if I misspelled it. Yeah, so Medvedin. So what's funny is that map I actually started to kind of play on before I even started this channel. I played on it for maybe about, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 hours. Was playing on it with my cousin, as a matter of fact. And the map, before it got its updates, I much preferred the starting farm in the original version of the map. The starting farm that exists now, I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest with you. But it is a solid map. It is a gorgeous map. It's got a lot of character to it. So that would definitely be up there. I've got some shortlists brewing right now for after Alma as to the couple of maps that I am going to consider for my Let's Play series and for my live series. And I'm kind of going back and forth as to which ones specifically I want to fall on. But I've got some, like I said, one or two on the short list that I think are really going to be good long-term contender kind of thing. And like I said, we are going to be making that big switch after Alma, Missouri, to where we're no longer going to be doing a live stream that is connected to the Let's Play. It is going to be simply a Let's Play that is going to have its own map, its own flavor, and its own story, as well as a live stream which is going to have its own map, its own flavor, and lack of a story therein. Just going to be us hanging out and having fun kind of thing. There we go. So let's go ahead and get the equipment we need. We need 1 forestry. Let's see. And that's the TARDIS. I want the Titan. Where is the Titan trailer? There it is, Titan trailer. Look at that. $25,000, you get a 5 million liter capacity. That's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. So we lease those two out like so. And then go like that. All right, so let's take this back to the homestead. I'm going to send the worker so that way I can read the chat and get caught up there. But yeah, Ken, I agree with you 100%. I think Medvedin is a very, very beautiful map, but it would be one of those kind of maps where I'd probably end up trying to blow out as much as a starting farm as possible and potentially even like recreating as much as the original farm as I could, because the original farm was really, really cool. It was on that really long kind of dirt track over on the west side of the farm, or west side of the map. And yeah, it was definitely a beaut. Let's see. Let's go like this. There we go. That should go. Let's see. Saskatchewan says, why do players get ejected in Major League Baseball when they break the rules? Jody says, it's going to be awesome. Awesome series you got coming up. Yeah, I think so. I'm really looking forward to the next set of series, being able to uncouple the series from the live streams and the Let's Plays. I think that it's going to be kind of a twofold kind of benefit. One, I think the stories are going to be deeper and richer, to where the stories that I'm able to do on Alma here, one, Alma really doesn't play that well for the limited amount of time that I have to be able to make content, because of the massive fields. Some of these contracts, like Field 34 here, when I had that sugar beet contract, that took days of my time to be able to do this. And I don't mean like literal 24-hour days. I mean, I get 2-3 hours here, 2-3 hours there kind of thing, and it took at least 2 days to be able to record the whole thing, get everything all said and done. And like I was saying before in the last live stream, it was one of those where I had recorded this over several different times kind of thing. And what ended up happening is, when I went to save after I'd collected all the red beets off of that field, I had delivered everything, but I didn't collect on the contract right away. So I ended up losing a $150,000 contract. I backed out after saving and coming back in later to do other contracts and stuff, but because I didn't collect on it, it wouldn't let me collect on the $150,000. It basically broke. So I lost 150 grand because of just oops kind of thing. And I was so bummed out and so disappointed after doing all that work over that many hours worth of labor, and all of a sudden, boom, I don't get the payout. Now, I did get a massive payout on the red beets, because it was over a 3 million liter contract when everything was said and done of red beets. That means that I had probably like 300,000 liters of red beets. Selling those off, I made a really pretty penny kind of thing. So it wasn't like I was destitute or anything like that. All right, let's go ahead, catch up with the chat there, and then I'm going to get to work on this. Let's see. Jody also says, I'm using the Reaper Harvester tonight. Nice. That is a good mod right there. Tony says, pain in the... Waychair says, grapes are a headache, only done once and once, never again. Yeah, that's literally the same exact thing that I did. I did it one time in one series, and what was funny is kind of tell a story while... Oh, I thought I unfolded that pipe. Nope. There it goes. So anyways, I did all that work on the map Hills of Tuscany. Now, unfortunately, Hills of Tuscany it's a great map. Don't get me wrong when I say this next part. It is a beautiful map, but Hills of Tuscany has problems. And a lot of those problems are in regards, or were in fact in regards to the grapes and the products that were surrounding the grapes. Well, what would happen is that because there was actually a different style of grape in there was actually red grapes and white grapes on that map. So red grapes being just the basic, grapes that we're used to seeing, and white grapes were the other version of, let's see, I think that actually was everything. That looks like everything. Alright, so what? 3 trees? Alright, let's do this. We're gonna make our way around, and if we're able to make our way around without being interrupted, then we should be good to go to kind of... Nope, stop. There we go. So anyways, so what had happened was I went to do the mulching around some of the grapes, all the vineyards and all that stuff. And as I'm doing the mulching, it's actually destroying the vines. It's just deleting it. And I went to go back, to do all the other stuff, and I'm like, huh, that's weird, because I didn't notice it right away when it was happening, kind of thing. It was just one of those that because it was all happening, behind the scenes, and I wasn't really, I guess, paying enough attention, I wasn't seeing that all the kind of stumps were getting deleted. So I'm fast forwarding to the next time I can do a harvest to be able to, get through the story. And then all of a sudden I realized, wait a minute, I like half of my bushes are missing. Half of my grapes are gone. So I have no idea what's going on. I have no clue as to, why this is happening. And turns out that about a week later, the map maker ended up fixing that issue. But unfortunately, Hills of Tuscany ended up being that map I always refer to as a map of a death of 1,000 cuts, where there was a bunch of issues that just plagued that map. And it was really a shame because it is a very beautiful map. There's a lot of stuff going for it. But because nothing really kind of worked the way that it was supposed to, and you had all these very obvious and glaring issues, eventually I had to abandon it. And it got to a point to where it actually got so bad at the end there that I couldn't load it. And it was right around the same time when Giants had that issue with loading in some of the maps, to where I couldn't do anything. Like, it was just one of those, I had to just completely abandon the series. And I held on to the save file for a very, very long time, and only here recently did I delete it because I still couldn't get into it. So it was like several months after this whole issue kind of originally started. And yeah, it was just one of those that I was no longer willing to take up the space that it was, that it was utilizing at that point. And I feel like I could give it like one more space. I just don't feel like it's functioning the way it's supposed to. You can see on the map as I'm going around, I am getting a much better yield off of it this time than I did the very first time. So all those yellows are turning into kind of the limey green. So the yield is actually getting better on this homestead field. Nope. Not what I meant to do. And missed a chunk. Anyways, gonna catch up with the chat real quick. Let's see. Jonah, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Says howdy. What's brown and sticky? Stick. Nice, Jonah. Love it. Ken says, or Monet Farms map. Apparently it had a big update on it. Yeah, Monet is a really good map too. That's definitely on the short list too. Philippa, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Hi, everyone. And Jody says, harvesting a canola field on my farm. That's awesome, bud. Fantastic. I love it. Let's see. Now that this is kind of doing its thing. Oh, hello. That's why I haven't gotten the notification. It could have been so much further, but apparently I parked in the wrong spot. Oops. And one lonely corn stalk just kind of hanging around. Where's this going again? Is this going to the... Wait a minute. This is going to the corn dryer? Or is it the corn dryer? Where's this going? Oh, the grain mill. Okay, cool. Let's see. So, yep, that's chugging along. How much has this got in it? 75? Let's go ahead and unload. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, there we go. So after this, I'm going to go back to the homestead field. I should be kind of getting right up towards the end of that cut when I go back. When that happens, I'll then pick my conditioner back up and head back over to the farm to cut down the alfalfa. And then we're going to be making silage. But easy there. Don't need you clobbering me. There we go. So I can go ahead and return that. I don't need the devour anymore. That is going, so let's go and sell off the wood chips here. Where can I sell the wood chips? Wood chips, wood chips, wood chips. There it is. Oh, hey, there's trees. Watch out for that tree. I can take it to Sedalia or the diner. Now, Sedalia actually has a pretty decent price on it. Almost $150 per 1,000 liters more. Over 36,000 liters. That means that it'd be 36 times 150. That might be worth it. Huh. I have to think about it. We'll head over there and see what we got going on. Oh. Low bridge. Let's see. Jonah, I see you type something. I'll read it here in just a second once I get onto a straight piece of road here. There we go. All right. Jonah says, I was playing with the Model Tropicana Juice train tonight. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Waychair says, have you tried John Deere? Have you tried Dint's John Deere 8R yet? Engine sounds amazing. I have not. No, I haven't tried that one yet. But will likely be one that I do end up downloading here before too much longer. Right now, we're kind of sticking to the whole case theme on this particular build. Let's see. Jody says, them grapes can drive you crazy. Oh, my goodness, yeah. Grapes absolutely drove me insane on that map. Because, like I said, it was one of those where it was... I was doing something different, too. I did a multiplayer build on that map as well. So it was one of those where... I had two separate farms, they had two separate bank accounts, they had all these kind of like different dynamics I was trying to throw in at the same time, and it just seemed like when I was trying to get everything to kind of work out properly, it's just, if I wasn't running into issues because of the map and it breaking, you know, all the time, I was just running into just the headache of the design of the farm, because the farm itself, again, beautiful vineyard. It's an absolutely gorgeous vineyard. But the problem is that there's a fence that runs the entire length around the vineyard vines. So there's one side of the farm that's actually kind of like really tight to get your harvesters in and out of. So you have to like turn perfectly in between the fence posts or the vine posts, and if you don't do it just so, if you're not absolutely needle perfect, then you're gonna get hung up and all this stuff. I thought, oh, there we go. Now, what is January? So we're in October. Ooh, and the high point. Oh, so we're gonna hang on to these, because seeds are going to be going up too. So you can see November for seeds is about 1,500, 1,600 maybe. In November, it's going to be, my guess, wood chips are going to be around, I'm kind of guessing maybe 500-ish dollars per 1,000 liters. Oh no, because that's what it is right now in October. So probably closer to about 700, maybe 800, my guess. All right, let's go ahead and dump the trailer. We don't need that anymore. There we go. And then we will have the workers send this equipment back to the farm, and we'll also get the worker to send the mower back to the farm as well. So let's do this. Okay, so that looks pretty darn good. Pretty good indeed. I'm happy with that. Now, I think I missed like a couple of chunks here and there, but I don't see where they're... Oh, wait, right there. That's the chunk I was thinking of. All right. Let's go. We got to drop that down. We got to reconnect to the conditioner, and then I'm going to send the worker. What do you mean he's blocked? There we go. Now let's see if we can get him to go all the way over there. We shall see. All right. Let's see. Jonah says, what did the grapes say when they got stepped on? Nothing. It just let out a little whine. Oh, Ken says, geez, Jonah, that's pretty funny, though. I enjoyed that one. Let's see. Jody says, you seen how Black River vehicles stopped? You don't have the music, Farming Simulator music. Yeah, so that's what you were saying earlier, Jody, is that Black River, that Zero Ito edited it to where it's now just playing the stock Farming Simulator music, which is awesome. That might open that map up for me to play at some point in the future. Might be another Let's Play series. Who knows? What happened to my worker? Really? Really? Did that pole just leap out in front of you? Again, y'all, go ahead and type it in the chat. What do we call the AI here? Alright, let's let them rock and roll. Oh, 89%. Let's get that unloaded. Let's see, after 2 unloads are at 49%. Okay, that's not bad. There we go. Empty this out. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's see. Ken with the laughing crying. Custom, hey, how's it going, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Custom says, hi, BDD. I have to go to bed because I have state testing tomorrow. Ooh, but I hope everyone has a good night, and sorry I couldn't be on here for long. Custom, absolutely no problem whatsoever. You go ahead and go to bed. You have yourself a fantastic night. It was good talking to you for even just for a little bit. Have yourself a good one, and good luck with the state testing tomorrow over there. Let's see. Tony says, what did you just pick up for the mower? So, on this particular mower, it's, let's see, where is it? Ah, there it is. Actually made it back here. Nice. So, on this particular mower, you can see up at the top left-hand corner, I have 2 attachments on this particular mower. You've got the typical mower deck will just cut down your grass, your alfalfa on this map. Whatever, it'll just kind of cut it down and lay it down. But what's also on this, if we drop it down and go to the front attachment, detach it, that is the Twin Max conditioner. And what that does is it's got a built-in hay tedder. So if you want to make hay, or if you want to make alfalfa hay, then you can leave that attached and it will actually cut and ted all at the same time. So you can just have kind of a one-pass go. I absolutely love this mower, this swather mower, because of that specific feature. Even though it's not like the biggest, it doesn't have the, you know, the most power or anything like that, but it's extremely functional. It just works, and there's something to say about that. Oh dear. There we go. And we're just going to go through and mow down as much of this alfalfa as possible. Again, we're going to make a couple of, outer passes to let the worker have a little bit of space, but then I'm going to set them off. There we go. Oh, I absolutely love this map in the fall. This map in the fall is just so beautiful. That's the one thing that I desperately, desperately miss about living up north is having colors. Here in Florida, you get essentially two colors. You get lush, gorgeous greens or death brown. That's basically the two colors that you're going to see around here, which is pretty much why you get two seasons around here. you get summer for about 9 months a year, and then you get you know what, we'll say 10 months a year, and then maybe you'll get the little bit of reprieve of a spring. There we go. I keep missing stuff. There we go. Let's keep on keeping on. Now, one thing I need to double check, because both of these fields had a very high environmental score. I want to see what they're up to now. Okay, 97%. 83. Huh. All right, well, so it's saying my weed control? Well, that doesn't make any sense. There's no weeds on grass. Okay. I guess. All right, let me catch up. So Ken says night to Custom. Jonah says good luck on your test, Custom. Custom says all right, see you next stream. Appreciate it, Custom. Have a good one. Tony says I didn't know that you could be dropped off. Yeah, so it's one of those that you have to lower the implement first. You have to lower the deck first, and then you can actually drop it off. But you have to be on the frontmost implement in order to be able to drop it. So yeah, like right now I'm just making grass, or technically I'm just cutting the alfalfa, and it's working just like any normal mower would. It's making a swath behind it. That's about the only difference outside of most mowers and whatnot. But if I wanted to make this into hay, I could just reattach to that particular implement there to the conditioner and then be good to go. And I'd be making alfalfa hay in this case, but one of those where it's a very, very handy tool. There we go. I think 2 passes ought to be enough. Yeah, see, we are doing pretty good here. And there's that one rogue piece right there, just staring at me, mocking me as I drive by. You're not laughing anymore, are you, alfalfa? There we go. Let's keep... I Knock one down, two take its place. It's like a hydra. Start calling me Hercules, Hercules. That's a movie I haven't seen in a really long time. The Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy. That's a funny movie. There we go. Now let's set the worker off. I think I can set him off like this. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. All right. Oh, didn't even have to turn it off. Come on, Deutschfahr, let's go! Pick him up, put him down, pick him up, put him down, let's go, let's go, let's go! Catch up. I need the power! And I'm not going to make it. Not going to make it. Nope. Grain tank full. Oh, well. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There. There we go. Let's see. So, what do we got going on here in the chat? So, Tony says, I love that mower too. Yeah, that mower is awesome. Tony says Northern Florida has a bit more color. Yes, it does. If I have it my way, I'm desperately trying to move, and if I have it my way, I'm going to be moving north. I'm not quite happy with where I'm at here in Florida, and want to get out of the area that I'm in. There we go, and we are completely full up. So now we need to go all the way back into town. And we're going to send the worker off to do that because we got other stuff to do. Let's see. Should be able to go from here, I think. Question mark, question mark. So I think we're dropping it off here. Are you going to go? I know you're thinking of it. Oh, there we go. Good job. Good job. All right. So that's going to be chugging along. This, I can go ahead and just pick up the windrower and the baler. And I can start working on getting the homestead field all picked up and looking good. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to be making bales, and I'm going to be making them into silage, but what I plan on doing with said silage is counting the exact number of bales I get off of each one of these fields, and then I'm going to basically take from the barn. I've got a bunch of silage bales squirreled away in that barn of the same size and capacity that I'm going to be making silage bales with this new product, the alfalfa and the grass. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to sell it off. And this, in 2 months, is going to replace the silage that I had. So that way I can just have it to sell and be good to go. So let's get this over to the homestead and pick all that up. So you can see, on the last stream, we had a mega payout. So field 40, the big grass field behind the secondary farm out in the west there, that one had a silage contract. And then what's absolutely wild is the stream before that, I was sitting there saying, oh, it'd be amazing if this would be a silage contract. It'd be amazing. I said it like 2 or 3 times that night alone because I was doing a hay contract. And that's every single time I've done a hay contract on Field 40. This was the first time it was silage, and it was a massive payout. I had almost $250,000 just in bales that I sold. $244,000. And just in bales. That doesn't count the environmental score bonus that I got. Doesn't count the contracts that I got. That's why we're up over $400,000. And I'm pretty certain that when everything's said and done, the soybean field, if I can get out of the trees, I can't. The soybean harvest, when I get that all done, is gonna be somewhere in the nature of, I don't know. When everything's said and done, I think it's going to be over $500,000. Or I think it's going to be over $1 million when everything's said and done. I really do think that we're going to be getting a huge, huge payout from that. And after we harvest the soybeans and turn it into seeds, let me clarify that. Because we are going to be turning it into seeds, and that's going to be where we get the bulk of our money. Yikes, holy smokes. See, that's exactly why I didn't unfold the windrower just yet. Because, one, this is a really small field, and apparently I should have been paying attention to the branches above the tractor, not just the ones that are, reaching into the ground. Ay, ay, ay. I'm telling you, I really need to get one of those, like, crash counters or something like that. That or just have a crash counter and have it read infinity. So let's see. What size bales are we making here with the grass? Is it 7,500? Uh, 7,500. Okay. So we need to count how many bales we get on this field. Then we can take that many of the 7,500 liter silage bales that I have and use that for sale. Oh, grain tank 80% full. Looks like the worker actually made it to the sell point. I'm proud of you, worker. Way to go. Maybe you're not completely useless. Oh, and you're missing some pickup. Oh, completed their task. Look at them go. Ooh, just got that bale to pop out. Perfect. Alright, so pick that up. Alright, so how many we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bales total, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. 7 bales. So 7 7,500 liter bales. Let's get this back to the farm. Let's see. There we go. Workers still working, looking good. All right, let's drop this off in the grain mill. Just like so. Perfect. All right, so let me catch up here. So we've got Luke saying, good stream, BDD. Luke, thank you so much. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Let's see. We got Tony saying LOL. Ken saying, whoa, 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 whoa. We will, what is going on here? Why? Why is this a thing? Why are you treating me like this? Okay, so that's something we have to remember. There's a height limit on this. Holy smokes. Okay. Well, seeing that that was a thing. And now let's have them take this back. Okay. Ken says, yep, it's a funny movie. Definitely wouldn't want to be at their dinner table, right? Holy smokes. That would be, yeah, no bueno. You probably end up losing a hand. Jesse, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Jesse says hi. And is that Willian? Says salve. Well, William, I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Brazil. Oh, from Brazil. Well, nice to meet you. Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Let's see. Is salve? I'm not sure what that means, but does that mean hi? Hold on. Google Translate to the rescue. S-A-L-V-E. Save. In Portuguese. So not 100% sure what save means. But, I mean, yeah, I recently saved. Let's see. David, hey, how's it going? Hey, BDD. Hey, chat, hope all is good. It was my daughter's birthday yesterday, 8 years old. Oh, congratulations, David. Hope she had a fantastic birthday. Oh, man, that's awesome. One of those where, oh, my goodness. Hold on. Yeah, one of those, my little girl, she just turned 2 back in February, so it's, yeah, it's a trip. It's an absolute trip. Now, I have Gusto, oh my goodness. Can I copy this? Oh, I can. Let's see. What does this say? Oh, well, thank you. I like your channel. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Don't you honk your horn at me. Is it... I think that says William. William, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Like I said, I hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Let's see. So it looks like we are all caught up with the chat. Let's go ahead and set our sights on the next bit of things to do around here. Let's go ahead and do this. Perfect. All right. So let's... Okay, we got to get there and unload. Oh, that almost ended badly. We almost clobbered that. All right. Lower this back down. We'll just get this kind of prepped and ready. We're not going to actually do anything with it just yet. We're going to wait for the mowing to be done before we actually set our sights on doing anything. Let's see. But what we can do is grab our truck and go get the 7 bales. There we go. So yeah, we'll pick up the 7 bales, we'll come drop them off, and then we can grab whatever remains from the other alfalfa bales. We'll grab all that first, we'll get it in there, and then we should be able to very easily kind of tabulate what we can take out and what we can put back in. So I think that'll kind of work out better. So let's go ahead and hustle over. Oh man, we got so much going on here tonight. We got 2 different fields we're having to take care of. A contract. We had to come through and actually kind of prep the field first. And then we were going to have to come back on and get the fertilizer and the lime to be able to do everything that we need to do with that. Oh, they get over there? Oh, they did too. Okay. Very nice. There's 6 and there's 7. Gold Gaming, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Says howdy neighbors. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take this back to the farm now. There we go. Look at that. This field's almost done. Let's see. And Philippa says, I'm trying to play the Ravenport map on FS22. Oh, you will not be disappointed with that map. That is an absolutely spectacular map. Also, the same map maker that made this map made Ravenport. Celobuki. Very, very fantastic map. It was a very solid map when they did it, or at least the version I played for FS19. I think it was on for what, 17? I think that was when they made it. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. But it was a very solid map when I played it last year, or last iteration. But I think that they took it to a whole new level in the most recent version of it. Let's see. Gold says, tired but alive. Well, I mean, I guess that's all we can ask of you. I mean, good thing to be alive. I mean, certainly the opposite of that makes it difficult to do much of anything. There we go. Let's go ahead and see how we're doing. Oh, perfect timing. So, go ahead and roll into here. Something like that. And actually here, let's do this. Let's unload this first. There. So we can see... Oh, why am I stuck? There we go. Let's see. 7 bales of 7,500. We have 50 of those silage bales of the same size. So that's what we're going to take out when it comes time to actually buy stuff or sell stuff. So we'll take 7 of those 7,500 liter silage bales when it comes time, and we will also take out whatever we get out of alfalfa bales when we get to that point. So I think that's going to work out very nicely. Now let's go ahead and stage this right here. Let's see, where are we at here? We still got a ways to go. We still got some time. So that's rocking and rolling. How is this looking? We still got a little ways to go here too. So let's see. Tony says, are you getting the new DLC that's coming out? The production pack? Yes. So I actually pre-ordered that one. So I'm very much looking forward to when that comes out and when we can actually kind of sink our teeth into it. I'm not 100% certain about how much I'm necessarily going to use it. Like if I'm going to be compelled to use it like in kind of the everyday kind of hustle and bustle of the game, kind of thing, or if I'm going to just have it just to have it kind of thing. Because I feel like that's been, I don't want to say for the most part, like some of the DLC has been absolutely fantastic that we've gotten, but some of it has been kind of a miss in my opinion. Like the Hay and Forge pack, there was maybe 1 or 2 bits of equipment in there that was, you know, something I'd really use on an everyday basis, kind of thing. But for the most part, I'll use it as kind of like a specialty item, kind of thing. The AGI pack, I absolutely love that, and I will continue to crow about that one because of how useful it is to make seeds with that pack. Again, corn is another thing that the reason I wanted this contract is to make seeds, and when I make seeds, I'm going to be getting probably a 1-to-3, 1-to-4 ratio from corn. I think I get like a 1-to-6 or 1-to-8 when it comes to soybeans. So it's going to be a huge, huge jump. I can't remember off the top of my head how much of a difference it is, but I will make sure that when I'm converting the seeds that I will show 1 dump worth of soybeans and how much it actually converts into when it's made into seeds. So I will have the 3,000 liter from my bucket going into the trailer and see how much of the seed we get as an output when it comes to soybeans. I know soybeans is one of the highest, if not the highest, changeover between the original product and the seed product. So we'll see how that all kind of works out when we get to that point. Let's see. Ken says, I got a challenge for you on your next Let's Play series. You can't own any productions, only supply them unless they confirm with your farm. So let me make sure I understand that. On your next Let's Play, you can't own any productions, only supply them unless they confirm with your farm. So are you saying, like, unless the map starts out with something as part of the farm, I can't go out and buy them? Is that what you're saying? I can supply them and I can, like, use them as a sell point? Is that essentially what you're saying there, Ken? Conform. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, that's actually not a bad idea. So don't use the production system per se as much as just use them as sell points. Tony says, nice. Yeah, that'd actually be a pretty good challenge. I could see doing something like that. Whoops. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. So, let me go ahead and do that. Let's see. Tony says, I don't get it. What do you mean by conform? Yeah, I'll be honest, that part I'm kind of confused about as well. Are you talking like I was saying, like, does it come with it, or yeah, if you could just elaborate, that would help me out. Will, hey, how's it going? Will says, yo, what up, everyone? My first day went pretty good. Awesome, Will. Glad to hear it, bud. That's fantastic. So yeah, just to give the highlights, we are going through a contract. This is the last contract we have for the month. We just picked up all the bales from the homestead field, and we are working on baling the alfalfa field that we have there right next to the farm. So, oops, and I'm sitting here flapping my gums and not even realizing that we're at 95% and need to get to boogieing. Let's go, let's go, let's go, Deutschfar! I tell you what, that short that Mr. Sealy P did, was it for FarmCon? I can't remember if it was FarmCon or whatever it was for, but he did a short on his channel. He very rarely does shorts, so it's very easy to find if you look for it. but he did one that was, he was at the Deutz-Fahr facility, and there was multiple Deutz-Fahr tractors just kind of lined up, all in a row kind of thing. And he starts out with the one that's closest to the camera, and he points to it, and it says Deutz near. And then he goes to the other side, like the furthest one away, and it says Deutz far, spelled out exactly how you would see it on the tractor brand itself, kind of thing. It was a cute little short. It was pretty funny. I don't remember if it was FarmCon or not. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Let's see. So, not too much left here, so that's pretty good. How's this looking? Oh, we're almost done here. We are almost done. Spectacular. Let's see. Will then says, what did you think of the new map that came out today? What did you think of the new mods? So the map, I actually really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It basically seemed to me like an island version of No Man's Land, and it just kind of had that same kind of vibe of very bare bones, basic, to the point kind of, survival map. But again, it still had that kind of feeling of being just out in the middle of nowhere, just like No Man's Land. So I need to take just one moment. I need to pause the stream really quick. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. The missus is getting ready to go to sleep and wanted to wish her a good night. Let's see. There we go. So, yeah, the map itself I thought was really like a sharp looking map. The only thing that I would dock it points for was specifically like the color palette. It was borderline cartoony, but on my typical scale that I have, the 0 to 5, I gave it a 4.5. I thought it was really sharp, but again, I also gave it that kind of weighted scale because it's a survival map, one of those where you kind of have to take into consideration that you're expecting, especially with a survival map or a forestry map, you're kind of having to grade it differently than like a normal map like this. You really can't hold No Man's Land in the same categorization and functionality as Alma, Missouri. I just don't think that those scales really kind of play out together. So that's why I always kind of give those a kind of, quote, weighted scale kind of thing. Let's see how this is doing. Oh yeah, doing fantastic. But as for the mods, let's see. I'm trying to remember some of the mods that came out today. There was a couple of them, like that one barn building that they had. That was pretty slick. They got the big crone lifter, the front end telehandler. That was really cool. They got the new Rumbler flatbed by DD Mod Passion. That one definitely had my attention. Let's see, what else was there that... Yeah, it was the hull configurator wood. That one seemed very interesting. Let's see. And really outside of that... Oh, the vegetable warehouse by Vanquish. That one also looked very interesting. But really outside of that, those are ones that really kind of caught my eye when it came to the mods. Let's see. Ken says, that depends on how you set up your farm, whether it's dairy or crop, BDD. You can also do contracts too. Oh, so you're saying like if I have a dairy farm that I could buy the dairy kind of thing. So I can't do like, I can't do a dairy farm and then do like the bakery kind of thing. Is that essentially what you're saying? So they kind of have to go together. Is it like they're kind of linked depending on the type of farm build? Tony says, I get it now. Yeah, that's I think what it's not rocket science. Gotcha. Awesome. So yeah, no, that makes tons of sense. No, that's actually a pretty good idea. I would definitely try that out one day. Will says, I just wanted to pop in to say hi, but I have to head to bed. My wife has to be at work at 7 a.m. and I have to be back at work by 9 a.m. I'll catch you guys later. All right, Will. Well, hopefully you have a fantastic night. Hopefully you enjoy your second day, and we'll see you again later. Take care, bud. Tony says, I'm a bit slow. I am right there with you, Tony. Sometimes I'm not too quick on the uptake. But it's all good. It's all good. Let's see, how are we looking here? Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Once this is done, then we can put this back to bed, and we will bale. We'll figure out how many bales we get off of this one. This one I'll actually reset the counter for. I'm not going to try and... actually, you know, I don't even need to do that because I'll be able to stack them all into the barn and then figure out how many are in the barn. Yeah, no need to do that. Whether you do it as a live stream is up to you. Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it's one of those... I tend to give myself little challenges and little quirks and stuff like that. Like in this, for the Let's Play version of this, not for the live stream, obviously, I'm doing everything in first-person view, which has been an absolute nightmare for me. You know, doing like front-end loader work or telehandler work in the first-person view is not the easiest thing in the world, kind of thing. So one of those, definitely up to trying challenges. Yeah, look at that. We have got us some product here. I'm looking forward to this. Let's see. Freeman, hello. I just got recommended your live stream, and I was wondering, what are you doing in FS22? So right now I am working on some farm work and a contract. So I've got a corn contract over on field 19. You can see my workers just kind of going back and forth there. But here I have my alfalfa field that I'm harvesting, creating silage bales with the alfalfa. I had a homestead field. It was my little itty bitty starting field that I had for the entire series, and am making just making more silage. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing at the moment. But Freeman, how are you? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. Oh, and the grain tank's full and needs to be emptied. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Whee! Just get a little bit of a swing going in. I should have washed that first, but oh well. There we go. There. See, Ken says, because I do it on very Let's Play, I do. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those that it's nice to kind of set up challenges every once in a while. You know, every little Let's Play that I try and do, I try to have something that's, you know, kind of, I don't want to say rules or stipulations, but just kind of the things that I plan on sticking to throughout the series kind of thing. Now, when it comes to the live streams, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that as much per se, but I don't know. It'll kind of we'll see how the live streams evolve after Alma, Missouri, because it's going to be the first time where we're going to be doing an entire series live for the channel. So it's going to be kind of a growing and learning experience as we go forward. I'm really glad that I got to do this series here. Oh wow, that was all made into grass. Huh. That outer layer there is all grass, not alfalfa. What happened there? Well, regardless, it's gonna get wrapped and be turned into silage, so it's not that big of a deal. So actually, this is probably a good reason as to why I should wait until I get the counts from the barn rather than trying to get the counts here off the field. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. I didn't even notice that, but you can see the outside row is a significantly darker green than the inner rows. But it is making alfalfa because I think it's because I'm getting more alfalfa than grass. And those alfalfa bales are 10,000 liters each. So, There we go. Well, let's see where we end up here. Let's see. Will says, the mod that caught my attention are the Challenger Terragator. Yeah, that one was pretty nice. The Millennial Farm Shed Pack and Shed Pack by Legacy. Now, if I remember, Millennial Farms, that was the one map in FS19 where I think it's a farm out in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. It was based off a real-life farm, and it's out there in Minnesota. And if I remember it correctly, there was a few, like, Easter eggs or something on that particular build where there was, like, 4 or 5 different places you could go around the map and trigger these kind of events. And one of them was at the chicken coop, where you could go walk up to the chicken coop, and there was, like, a ghost in the feed trough that you could trigger. Now, I very, very much wonder that if they're giving us the Millennial Farms building pack, are they going to be bringing Millennial Farms here to Farming Simulator 22? That would be pretty cool, because I really did enjoy that map. If it's the map I think it is. Here, let's do this. Let's raise... Nope. Raise that up. Let's see. Message says, late message, lol. Yes. Freeman says, is this a modded game? And yes, I'm having good, but now I find you, I'm having a way better day. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that I'm making a better day. I appreciate that. So this isn't a modded game per se. There are mods available for this game, but this is I'm playing this on the Xbox Series X, but it's also available for PlayStation and PC and Macs and all that stuff. It's called Farming Simulator 22. There is a mod hub that is associated to this, and this is a modded map that's available on the mod hub. It's called Alma, Missouri, and you can sit there and just get it from the mod hub. There are some places that have third-party kind of downloads. I don't recommend it because you are potentially going to pick up, viruses and stuff like that. I tend to always say, stick with the like licensed kind of stuff. And oftentimes third-party stuff not always, but sometimes will be lack of a better word, I think pirated is probably the word I'm looking for, to where it's not like the legitimate version that people have actually slaved and toiled away on for however many hours that it takes to make these mods and make these maps. But yeah, if farming is something that you're interested in, this is the game for you. Farming Simulator 22. Yeah, see, we're gonna have different size bales because this is grass. So it is making grass bale there, which is fine. That's not the end of the world. I'll be able to pick it up with these bales because they're all the same size bales. It's just making a different storage size for the bale itself. Oh, got a little chunk right there that I wanna get. Let's see. Waychair says, "Man, I missed the NMC hunting from FS19. It was such an awesome backhoe." Yeah. Oh, yeah, North Modding Company. I know exactly which one you're talking about. That was a good one. Yeah, North Modding Company. They make some fantastic mods, especially for like forestry equipment. Or wait, am I thinking of? Is it North Modding Company or am I thinking of HR Frost and Voisogbile? I might be thinking of somebody else. Yeah, because I think North Modeling Company. I think they do some forestry stuff, but I think they also do like heavy machinery, like wheel loaders and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Let's see. Ken says, "Hey, you can own all product selling points in the live stream, just maybe off-screen episodes." Yeah, that's also a possibility. Like I said, it's one of those where I'm definitely open to trying it. You know, like I said, trying new things and trying out challenges and stuff is an absolutely fantastic thing. I love to challenge myself when it comes to these farm builds and all that stuff. Like this one, I did basically a start from scratch. I only had a couple, I think like $1,000, maybe $2,000, and I had a chainsaw and I had a truck. That's it. Was the only bits of equipment that I had. So it was one of those, you know, I started with nothing or next to nothing and worked my way up into what I have now. I did contracts, I did forestry work and all that, so I'm definitely not opposed to, you know, making it, you know, like putting in little challenges. I'm certainly not opposed to doing stuff like that. Oh, and they are full again. Let's get this little chunk. So it looks like this is going to be the next trip we're going to have to make. Let's see. Let's go ahead and unload this. I'll continue reading the chat, see what everyone's saying. There we go. Freeman says, "I'm still going to watch your live stream, but I have to work and it doesn't end till 1 from now, so see you then. Good day, good night, see ya." All right, bud. Well, it was good chatting with you. Hopefully we'll see you again when you get off of work. You take care and we'll see you later. Tony says, "Yep, northern Minnesota." Okay, so I was right. Never played that map. It was actually a pretty good American map. You started out with a absolutely massive. It was huge. If I remember it right, it was absolutely huge starting farm. All the farm buildings, tons of storage, tons of massive equipment, and all that stuff. And the one field, I remember the one field that they have. It was to the east of the starting farm. This field was a absolute behemoth of a field, and you had to sit there and what made me remember it is I used to always use this plow, and I would always start with, having to do plowing. So I always had this one, the 9-meter plow, and it would take hours and hours and hours of real life hours, not just, game hours, but real life hours, getting this up and down, up and down, up and down, back and forth to finish that field. It was absolutely massive of a field. Let's see. Let's go like that. All right, they're going to keep chugging along. Let's get this fired back up. Let's see. Brady, hey, how's it going? Hey, how are you? Brady, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Jody says, I'm back, buddy. Having a good stream. Yeah, having a great stream so far. At least I feel I'm having a good stream. Let's see. Tony says, and a tent. Yes, that's right. I cannot forget the tent. The tent is important. I had a place to sleep. And we ended up moving our family from the Ireland map there in Maypole Farm, which that's also a really fantastic map. For anybody who's looking for a kind of UK-inspired map, that one is legit a really, really good map. The reason I like that map so much is because it's very modular. You can buy little bits and pieces here and there. You don't have to buy the entirety of the farm kind of thing. You get to kind of a la carte you're purchasing, which is fantastic. So if you just want like a little chunk of the farm, not the entirety of it, or if you just want a cow barn or a sheep barn that's on that farm, you can buy that particular section of the farm and just kind of deal with it from there. It works out very, very nicely. It's like I said, it's a fantastic map. Let's see. Jody says, I tried myself out on Crater Lake doing all the production. Nice. Yeah, Crater Lake is also a really good map. That one I really, really like. Because again, it's just one of those, it is a survival map, which I'm not opposed to doing survival maps, but it's one of those where you get a lot to look at. And if I'm doing a survival map, there's got to be some beauty involved with it to be able to keep my attention. Now, the only exception I've found to this, in my personal opinion, where there's really not a lot to look at, but is still a very solid map in my opinion, is the Western Wild. The Western Wild, I really enjoyed that map by Alien Jim, even though it's virtually a flat map. Like, there's virtually nothing going on it. But there's some boulders, some, cliff face and stuff like that, but it's not like this, where you got these rolling hills in every direction you look into. You've got just all these different like undulations and colors and all that kind of stuff. You get this really sense of like just peace here. Like you get this kind of just really calming sensation, when you look around. On Western Wilds though, you don't, at least I don't get that same sensation, but what I do get on the Western Wild is this kind of sense of I can do just about anything here. And what I think I love most about that map is the kind of revitalization of the farm there in the middle of the map, where you can kind of delete things, as you need to, and be able to kind of build the farm back up in your image kind of thing. It's kind of a cool concept, and I do like that about Alien Jim's maps. I'm a big fan of Alien Jim and his maps, and it made me very, very sad to see that we didn't get a whole lot from Alien Jim in FS22. Like I keep saying, I would have loved to have seen like Spectacle Island. I think that was an amazing map for FS19. And I think it would have been an amazing map here on FS22. Because I feel like Alien Jim did a lot of heavy lifting in FS19, kind of pioneered the whole production system in FS19, could have very much utilized the FS22 production system and really would have been able to, like, made it something special, in my opinion. And we're almost done here. I mean, we got quite a few bales here. I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, and the tank is full again. Let's see. I am going to catch up with the chat in just a second. And smack. Oh, and somebody completed their task. I don't know who completed their task, because I thought I saw the grain tank full. Let's see. Turn that off. Raise that up. All right. Fold this away. Look at that. Perfect. We're just going to pull this off to the side here. Get it up and out of the way. All right, right about here should be perfect. And oh, that's what it was. I forgot I sent this guy here. Oops. Let's see. Let's go ahead and... Alright, let's make sure we pay attention here, because I don't need that nonsense happening again. Alright, we're almost up to 80%. Alright, 90%. Not too shabby. Alright, let's send the worker off, and then we will catch up with the chat, see what everyone's saying up until this point. So, let's get out to here. And... nope. There we go. Okay, perfect. So they should take off. Let me catch up with the chat. So... come on. There we go. Where was I? Brady says, I am a YouTuber that does Farming Simulator. Can you help me? I am trying to figure out best titles and tags and everything, and way I can direct message you. Yeah, so feel free to message me there on, you can see on the page there, the Instagram, Facebook, or on X. Any one of those ways you'd be able to get in contact with me one way or the other. Oof, oof, oof. Come on, come on. You can do it. There you go. See, the road is where we drive. Cars, we don't drive on those. Just thought you ought to know that, AI. Just saying. Road good. Cars bad. Anyways, let's see. Outlaw, hey, how's it going, Outlaw? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Says hi everyone. Ken says Philippa just told me that you're going to do that challenge, BDD. I missed you accepting the challenge. I had to take a bathroom break. So I didn't say I was going to accept it, but I'm just saying how I'm willing to take on challenges. I'll have to think about it and see if the maps that I choose for the going forward is going to be one of those where it's going to work out good for those maps. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, one of those where I'm definitely going to have to kind of go from there. Let's see. Tony says, yep, you came legally. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Let's see. Jody says, Kevlar Roy, he makes really good maps. Yes, 100%. If you're looking for a good UK style map, Cavalier Roy has you covered. He's got several. I think he's got 4, maybe 5 total maps out there, and they're all really solid. Like I said, Maple Farm is one of my favorites because of the modularity, like I spoke of. But he's got Riverview Farm. He's got Glenlathan. He's got, oh goodness, Ebony Island. Like I said, every single one of them, every single map that I've done tours for, which is all of his maps, every single one of them I really enjoy. They really are stunning looking maps, and they've got that really good kind of UK. Let's see, the one Maple Farm I believe is Ireland, which I think is also part of the UK. Don't quote me on that. I apologize for any of my UK viewers and Ireland viewers that don't know the landscape that well. I think y'all are part of the UK. Could be wrong about that. Anyways, let's see. Oh, why is that bouncing around? Jody says he had a lot of new productions to the map Crater Lake. Yes, they did. It's got quite a few new stuff to it now. Tony says, I'm watching your series on the old country farm. Oh, is it the Valley of the Old Farm? Is that one you're talking about? Or something like that? I'm about halfway through. Did you ever figure out you can take down and put back up the Yes. Yes, I did. I know about that one. I believe that's the Valley of the Old Farm. And yeah, so that actually resulted in a very funny story. So I think that I am the first person to figure out how to send a Steiger to space. And not just a Steiger, but a Steiger attached to a windrower attached to a baler. I figured out how to send all 3 of those bits of equipment to space. So much so that I never got back my windrower and I never got back my baler. I got back the Steiger, but didn't get back the other 2. So basically what had happened is I was doing some work there on one of the fields that I could basically make the fence disappear. Well, I made the fence disappear and I had the big Steiger with me, and I'm going around doing everything I was needing to do, picking up the bales, and I thought I had pulled far enough out away from the fence line that when I reactivated the fence that it wasn't going to, interfere with the Steiger. Well, I reactivated the fence, and then all of a sudden my Steiger and all the equipment just disappeared. Just completely disappeared from the map, like it never existed. And I went, using the D-pad to try and figure out, well, where did my stuff go? Where's my tractor? Where's my baler? Where's this? And I had my back turned, so when I turned around to look, it was just gone. It was like it disappeared. Well, then when I used the D-pad to get to it, I'm literally, not figuratively, you see the mile per hour marker down the bottom right-hand corner? That was peaked out at 999999999, and I'm sitting there just tumbling through the atmosphere at Mach 1 million. Is just going head over heels and going out of control, doing all this sorts of nonsense. And yeah, needless to say, when everything was said and done, I basically had figured out how to reset the tractor, but lost everything else. So I ended up having to sell the windrower and the baler because they were just gone. I think they actually were forced through the map somehow, and they were just kind of resting out of the map's field of view. Like, how there's times where things will just spawn and they'll just spawn in the ground? I think that's basically what happened to my baler, is that they actually were like jettisoned outside the playable area, and that they were just kind of hanging out in limbo to where I wouldn't be able to access them anymore. So yeah, that was that's how I sent a Steiger to space. And yeah, that was a fun episode to record. was trying to come up with, how did I lose $60,000 between one episode to the next kind of thing. Well, that was basically what happened. Let's see. Tony says, you got a kick out of you fighting with those fences. Yes. Yes. Those fences, sometimes those fences were just an absolute nightmare. But it's nice that they're there. Outlaw says, how's everyone doing? Doing fantastic, Outlaw. How are you? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Jody says, who's one of the true pioneer map makers? Oh, man. So, I think one of the, like, the more pure and soul, like, pioneer map makers would probably be Poor Boy. I think Poor Boy almost exclusively does those kind of pioneer, kind of driven maps. Like, there's a couple of them here lately where there's kind of the hybrid, but the majority of the map is still forestry and, like, untamed wilderness, to where there's some fields, there's some, like, kind of modern stuff. I don't want to say modern, but some non-forestry work to be done, but still, for the most part, it's still forestry. So I think, yeah, Poor Boy would probably be the kind of main person to look for when it comes to forestry and pioneer maps. All right, let's go ahead and have them take this back to the sell point. I can then go ahead and pick up all the bales, load them into the bale storage there in the barn, and go from there. There we go. And all right, there. And perfect. All right, let me catch up here real quick. Let's see. David says, what would be a good mod or summit instead of just buying sheds, etc., and placing them? We buy the spot and have to produce wood, metals. Oh, now see, I've heard somebody, maybe it was Driver 53, I can't remember exactly who, but somebody I remember saying something very, very similar to that, to where basically it works very similar to the roller coaster there on Silver Run Forest, to where you bring all the supplies to build said thing, and then eventually it builds. So, like, if you wanted to build this barn right here, you would have to bring rocks, wood, metal, all the different supplies that you would need in order to build this. And then over time, this would eventually pop up and be finalized. That would be an amazing addition to FS25, is having the kind of, not just the build system like what we got here, but the actual production builds like you get from the yachts and the roller coasters there on Silver Run, and the pianos on Zelonka. Those would be an amazing thing. Yes, David, I 100%, not only do I 100% agree with that, I 100% endorse it, and whoever was the originator of said idea, good on you, an amazing idea. You need to be shouting that idea from the rooftops, in my opinion. Jonah says, well, I'm out of here for the night. Jonah, I hope you have a fantastic night. Says, stay safe and stay happy. You as well, Jonah. Thanks so much for stopping by tonight. I hope you have yourself a fantastic night, and we'll see you again next time. David says, oh, there you go. Like the roller coaster and boats from the wood map from Silver Run. Exactly. That would be an amazing feature. 100%. I am 100% on board with that. Let's go. Giants, please make it happen. Do what you got to do. It'd be fantastic. Brady says, okay, I will definitely send you a message. I really appreciate the help with some information. No problem. No problem whatsoever. I'm absolutely glad to help out people wherever I can. One of those, like I've always said many times, I do not feel that YouTube is a exclusive space that, you know, if somebody's out there making content, even if it's content in the same vein, I don't feel that it takes away anything from me. So me helping out anybody, you know, I'm definitely willing to do it. Ken says, okay, think about just the suggestions. No, absolutely, Ken. And I'm definitely going to be pondering it. I think that's a fantastic idea. So definitely something I'm going to be considering. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Let's see. Tony says, yes. Brady says, I sent you a message on Instagram. Awesome, but I will definitely take a look for it when we're off of the stream here. Pacovia, hey, how's it going? Hello, good morning, evening. Oh, blocked by an object. Where? Oh, jeez. Hi. Alright, well. There we go. Pacovia, hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Ken says, hi, Pacovia. Don't you honk your horn at me. Stop it. It's not going to make me move any faster. I'm already at almost my top speed anyways. Take a chill pill. Let's see. Tony says, Papa Smurf has that flavor. Oh, that's right. Yep. So they definitely have that same kind of vein as well. Rustic Pioneer type. Yep. There's also the one map maker made the Brazilian style map. That's very much kind of a pioneer style map. I forget the map maker, but I think it's called Parambias or Paramias, something along those lines. But that one's a very gorgeous map as well. But it's very hilly, mountainous kind of terrain. Very much a one track in, one track out kind of thing. Let's see. Philippa says, BDD just wanted to say bye-bye and making our evening meal soon. All right, Philippa, hope you have yourself a fantastic night. Thanks for stopping in tonight, and I hope you have an amazing day. You take care, and we'll see you again next time. Let's see. It looks like we are all caught up with the chat, which is amazing. Let's go ahead and drop that down to live. Nope. There we go. Brady says, I have asked so many different farmer YouTubes and no one has gotten back to me, and a couple wasn't willing to help me out, and they have big YouTubers, and I only have 359 subs. I mean, I've got a little over 1,500 now. It's one of those that I'm certainly not going to have all the answers. I'm still figuring out things, but wherever I can help out, I will certainly help out where I can. Oh, and perfect. 7,810 liters. Yes. Let's get this back to the farm. Let's dump this out. Let's collect on the contract. Let's finish the baling portion of the farm there. And yeah, we'll be able to get rocking and rolling. We also have to work on getting those fields back up and running. We've got to get them fertilized and we've got to get them limed. And one thing I got to double check is make sure there's no plowing or anything that needs to be done. Now, grass typically doesn't need to be plowed, but I'm not sure if the alfalfa is going to behave in a similar fashion. Grass. Okay, so no, it doesn't look like it needs to be. Now, I could roll. It's weird. It doesn't say that it needs to be rolled for the alfalfa. Let's see. I appreciate it. Means a lot. No problem, bud. No problem whatsoever. Like I said, I cannot guarantee to have all the answers, but I will help out where I can. Like I said, it's one of those that I specifically don't see YouTube as a space where just because there's other people out there who make similar content or whatever, that it's going to cut into my space kind of thing. So wherever I can help out people, I try and help out where I can. And it's just, it's just a nice thing to do. You got people who need help, and you always help out where you can. It's always a good philosophy to have. Let's go ahead and there we go. Dump that out in here. Yeah, see, check that out. We already got 10,000 liters of soybeans. We're going to have that whole back field over there that's full of soybeans. So this one right here, this is all full of soybeans. And that's getting ready to harvest next month. Let's go ahead and collect there. Now, one thing I want to do before I get rocking and rolling on picking all this up is I want to give a shout out to all my Tier 2 channel members, starting out with Mark K, Will T Gaming, Ken Adlam, Rail Fanning Jonah, Karma Comment Chameleon, Revere Time Todd, Crazy Chris Sims, Luke, Bernie King, and Philippa Thompson. Thank you all so very, very much for being Tier 2 channel members. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. And if you are interested in becoming a channel member, go ahead and check out the link in the description below, or the join button also below the video here. There you'll be able to gain access to things such as custom badges, custom emojis. You'll also get early access to edited content such as the channel shorts and the Let's Play series. All that starts at 99 cents a month. You can also opt for Tier 2 membership, which gives you everything I just mentioned before and what you just heard a few seconds ago, a shout out. Every single live stream that we do here, you will get a shout out every single time. That is at $4.99 a month, and all that goes to help the channel for its continued growth and sustainability. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members, and I also want to give a huge shout out to everyone watching here tonight and every single one of my subscribers. Thank you all so very, very much. It means the absolute world to me that every single one of you has subscribed, has really put your faith and you are seeing value in what it is that we're doing here. I greatly appreciate every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. I also want to, before moving on, give a shout out to the P.O. Box. There have been several people who want to send things to the channel, so I want to make sure that I keep putting this out there, letting you know that there is a P.O. Box available to send me things. It is here on your screen, P.O. Box 6136, Hudson, Florida 34674. And the only thing that I ask that if you're going to send me anything here to the channel, go ahead and please enter your channel name, or not your channel name, but your username, so I know who it comes from, so I am able to give the proper thank yous for anybody who sends me things. Greatly appreciate anybody who does. Like I said, I know there's been several people. Will T Gaming is one of them. Custom was another one who was talking about wanting to send things. So again, if you're interested, that is the link to it. Now let's go ahead and bring us back to the video here. It is starting to get dark out, so we're going to have to really start stepping up and moving along. Oops. We're missing everything. So we're just going to be kind of snaking our way back and forth. Oh, come on. There we go. You know, who doesn't like doing donuts in their fields? I don't know a single person who doesn't like to do donuts in their field. That's an old farming tradition right there. You harvest your crop, you do donuts. Why not? You know, who's ever heard of soil compaction? Pfft. No such thing. That's a myth. Holy smokes, I feel like it just got really dark all of a sudden. Alright, we're almost got it. There we go. Look at that. What is up with it? This is now the third field that we have done where we've gotten 38 full bales worth of product. That is amazing. Third one where we got 38 bales and we don't have to make like multiple trips. Now, multiple trips here is, you know, from the field to the barn, but still, that's awesome. I love it when we don't have to make extra trips. All right, so now we'll see exactly what we get as our kind of swapping here. Because like I said, before we are going to take whatever bales that we were going to have as our silage, and we're going to then take them out in... I'm sorry, we're putting them in as grass and alfalfa, and we're going to be now taking them out as their full silage bales, so that way we can sell them off and get the cash for them, and that's going to be quite a bit. So let's see. Now it's a little bit tricky getting in here, so let's see. Silage, okay, grass. We have 8 silage or 8 grass bales, so we can take out 8 7,500 liter bales of silage. So let's do that first. So we want 7,500 liters of silage right here. So we want 8 of these. Okay, perfect. So now we have 37 10,000 liters of alfalfa. So I don't have that much in silage for the alfalfa. I can take out all my bales and then I'll have to make up with it some other way. So let's do this. You've got to be very precise. Oh, and that's why. There we go. Oof. Oh, you know, I'm just trying to bring the house down. Okay, so we want 10,000 liters of silage. Where? There we go. There we go. Take out the rest of those. Oh, one more. One more. There we go. All right, let's sell this off. This is going to be a pretty paycheck right here. We're going to get a lot of money out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a worker over to sell these bales off. And that way I can read the chat and see what's going on. Because I can see that the chat is moving. So I don't want to get too far behind. So let's do this. Oh, and I actually need to be in transport mode. I'll change that over in just a second. Oh, nope. Perfect. All right. So where was I? So Brady says, what map is my favorite? So really that just all depends. So I'm a huge fan of Zero Ito. Love their maps. But it wasn't here until recently where I found out that a lot of their more recent maps have been having music playing in the map itself. Now I just found out today that Black River was updated to strip out the music and be replaced with the kind of in-game music that we have available. If that's the case, then I may consider Black River as part of one of my Let's Plays and one of my more favorite maps from Zero Ito, because being able to potentially play it. Now I'm gonna have to go through and like verify and just double check to make sure that there's no actual music, because there was a point where I was actually able to do like Shazam and see that it was actually like coming up as actual music, like something that has copyright, and I don't dare, try and play on a map where I could potentially get a copyright strike and have my entire channel, blacklisted or banned or something like that. I don't want anything to do with that. So I've been very hesitant and very cautious about how to approach that subject. But like I said, I just heard about this today, that there's the possibility of there actually being the potential of doing a 080 map without having to worry about that because of the removal of that factor. So fingers crossed, we'll see. Let's see. Ken says, doesn't hurt to replow the alfalfa field from time to time. No, that's very true. But one of those that, because I'm playing with precision farming, if I plow something where it doesn't require plowing, I get the penalty for the tillage. So it's one of those that I don't want to necessarily disturb the field if I don't have to. Let's see. Brady says, do you play on PC, PS5, or Xbox? I play on PS5. I'm on Xbox. I'm on an Xbox Series X. So, fellow console player here. Ken says, BDD plays on... Oh, there you go. Xbox S Series. So no, it's a Series X. And Tony says, call it a night. Catch everyone next time. Good live stream. Awesome, Tony. I hope you have yourself a fantastic night. And we'll see you again next time. Let's go ahead and kick the lights on bright again. All right, let's see what we get for this. Because this is going to be, like I said, this is going to be a pretty penny. Because these are 10,000 liter, for the most part, bales. Wow, $100,000, and we don't even have all the product there yet. Holy smokes. And almost 15 grand in environmental score. That's awesome. There we go. Look at that. That is amazing. $100,000. We're now over $500,000. $554,000. Did I ever collect on that contract? I did. Okay. Whoa. So I'm going to get out of town here, and then I'm going to continue reading the chat. Get all caught up. So we're just going to pull right past this road here, because that's kind of the safe boundary point where we can actually set a worker off and not have to worry about them getting too clunky. There we go. And of course, oh, it's not in transport mode. Well, really? Let's try this again. Third time's a charm? Maybe. Now we're talking. All right. Let's see. Brady says, definitely not same with me. I am very careful with the games and very mute my phone when I'm filming. Don't want copyright. Yeah, that's it. That's it exactly. Is, when it comes to YouTube, they're very unforgiving when it comes to copyright claims, and as well they should be. It's one of those, I would be upset if somebody was taking my intellectual property, my, like if somebody were to screen grab my recordings and then just one-to-one put it onto their channel. I'd be pretty upset about that, because I work very hard on the content that I create and the things that I do. So I can understand, people wanting to have that copyright and having that level of protection kind of thing. So I get it, but at the same time, it's also, a minefield. It's just got to be one of those things that you kind of wade through, and hopefully you don't step on the wrong one, kind of thing. Let's see. Ken says, I forgot to ask, how's your wife's pregnancy going? Don't mean to... No, no, no. So it's going fantastic. We are actually a little bit more than a month away before baby number 2 arrives. So we are very much excited. Actually, tomorrow morning we have a doctor's appointment. We're at the point now in the pregnancy where we're having to go every week to see the doctor, to go see the OB. So yeah, it's going fantastic. We actually had a different test appointment. Oop, didn't need to turn that back on. We had a different appointment where they basically checked the baby's weight to make sure that everything's going good, everything's looking fine, and yeah, so far everything's going fantastic. So we're expected at the end of May, around May 29th, which is going to be around the time where we're going to be taking taking a hiatus here from YouTube for just a little while. Kind of get reacclimated, having a new baby in the house and all that stuff. Don't want to be, spread myself too thin when it comes to, my priorities. My priorities will forever and always be my family, and they're gonna, need me to be able to make sure that, things go smoothly. So one of those, I will be taking a little bit of time off when the baby gets here, but hopefully everybody understands and will be able to stick around and wait for me when I return. So let's see. Those darn workers. Yes, right there with you. Saskatchewan. Blue Jays lost 3-2. Oh, sorry about that. I mute my iPod when I live stream because, yes, 100%. You got to be careful when it comes to that stuff. Got copyrighted one of my live streams on FS17 on PC. Yeah, that's one of those things that you just got to be so careful about, because especially when you're a smaller channel, it disproportionately affects you. Because you don't have a lot of the tools and resources where you can kind of try and monetize or try and do things outside of that kind of main scope. You're basically, your whole existence is tied to the one platform kind of thing. That's why I've got several social medias. That's why I've got all these different kind of all these different avenues to try and make sure that if something were to ever happen to this channel, if I were to get a copyright or if I would get some kind of weirdness go on, that I'd be able to kind of branch out from there. That's why I also back up all my videos to Rumble and kind of do all that kind of stuff, so it's just kind of there in the background, and kind of the diversification of product. So, oh yeah, we're gonna have to add nitrogen. We're gonna have to add pH, but not a lot of pH, just enough to kind of get that up and running. Let's see. FS17 was a great game. I never played it. Never had a chance to play it. Used to play FS17. Edmonton Oilers going to win the cup, Stanley Cup. We shall see. They definitely have a team that can contend for it. They absolutely do. One of those that between Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, they definitely got that 1-2 punch up the front. I'm not quite sure how deep they are, so one of those that we'll have to see in that regard. And I'm not exactly I don't remember who their goaltender is. So one of those that I think they're kind of lacking on the back end and in goal, but ultimately what it boils down to in the playoffs is depth. Do you have the depth to be able to overcome any kind of injury or anything like that, and be able to kind of really kind of go about, business as usual, even if you don't have your main starter in place? So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Edmonton goes crazy if Edmonton wins Stanley. Oh yeah. That's really any Canadian team, really. I mean, hockey is a huge driving force up in Canada. I mean, could you imagine if like the Toronto Maple Leafs won? Toronto would just explode with with blue and white. Just them, they would absolutely go nuts. And that's pretty much any Canadian team. I think like Vancouver Canucks, they've been doing really good this year. You got like Montreal Canadiens again, like pretty much any original six Canadian team, you know, like Montreal, Toronto, yeah, they would pretty much just go absolutely nuts. But yeah, Edmonton would be right up there with them. Let's see. Ken says that's just after my birthday. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so we're not exactly certain as to when, because what the plan is, they're inducing her about a week early. Like I said, it's going to be one of those they're going to check and see as time gets closer and closer. That's why we're now going week to week, just to make sure everything's going good. But yeah, we're anticipating around the 29th is when it's all going to be happening. Why YouTube has copyright? Well, it's because everything else has copyright. It's not even necessarily that YouTube has copyright, it's that they have to enforce copyright laws. And it's not like I can go through and download a song or play a song from some artist in the background of one of my videos here. You know, that would get copywritten because I'm basically taking their intellectual property and using it for my own monetization purposes. And that's also that's ultimately what it boils down to is, you know, I would be profiting off of somebody else's work. So that's why it is. Gemini baby, yep, 100%. Freeman says, "Hey, nice to see you again. Just got off of work and I just want to watch something clean." Awesome, bud. Well, again, thank you for coming back. Hope you had a nice day at work. Skinner and Picard are the goalie. Yeah, see, so as far as I'm aware, Skinner and Picard, I know Calvin Picard, he's not a huge depth goalie. You know, he's bounced around between, you know, second string and first string in the AHL. So that's kind of one of those like, he's a good backup kind of thing. But if he's needing, like if Skinner gets hurt, then that's one thing. I'm not sure about Skinner and his depth and how far he's going to be able to take the team and handle a load. But we'll see. It's one of those, you never know until you know. Brady says, I'm from Canada. Okay. Saskatchewan says, Brady, I'm in Saskatchewan. Ottawa is not good no more. No. Ottawa Senators has been not a good team for a little while now. Oh, see, he's in Toronto, so yeah, you can attest to it. You could attest that if the Toronto, I keep wanting to say Toronto Blue Jays, Toronto Maple Leafs, if they were to win the Cup, they would just go absolutely nuts. It's a huge hockey market there in Toronto. Let's see, Saskatchewan says used to be an Ottawa Sens fan. Ken says I want to hold that. Yeah, Brady, LOL. Oh, I won't hold that to you. Freeman says, "Hey, nice to see you again. I just got. Did I not? Oh, I did just read that. Okay." Brady says, "LOL, Ken. Why Oilers have Indiana taken before game? Not 100% sure about that one." All right, so I have caught up with the chat. So let's see. It is actually getting to be about midnight, and I don't have much else that needs to be done here on the farm. Let me take a look just real quick. There's no contracts. Oh, I can turn that off. Oh, we got 18,000 liters of methane. We're still producing ketchup, and that's storing now, so that's good. We got cheese that's getting made. Do we have any? Oh, look at that. We got cheese. Perfect. So that's going to be producing. We got the greenhouses. How is that looking? We got to add water to that. That's looking good. Okay, so we should be taking every hour and moving product there. Lemonade is chugging along. That's perfect. All right, yeah, no, I think we are pretty good now. Let's see. The animals. How are the animals looking? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Chickens are golden. Sheep. Ooh, they're starting to run a little low. Let's go back to the farm just real quick. We'll add some hay to the sheep. That's something we can do really quickly. And then when we think we're going to be signing out for the evening, go ahead and open this. Oh, let me go. Oh, I got more bales there. Oops. Well, here, let me pick those up. Nope. No. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick up those couple of bales. We'll move them back into storage. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next episode, because that's going to be when we harvest all the soybeans in that backfield over there. And I keep telling y'all, I really think that we're going to have $1 million harvest right there. Once we convert everything and get it all made into seeds, I think this is going to be a absolutely huge, oops, payout when everything's said and done. Especially, I want to say that the conversion from soybeans to seeds using the AGI seed trader is a 1-to-6 or 1-to-8. I could be wrong about that, but one of those where it's really up there. There we go. Now let's drop this off here. Perfect. Now let's get some hay. Okay, so we only have those, so we just need like, what, like 6? That should be more than enough. There we go. And now let's drop this off the sheep, get them all filled up, and then they'll be good to go. Oh. Well. I guess they didn't need that much. So let's go ahead and put that back in, and then we'll be good to go. So again, before I sign off, I want to thank everybody coming out tonight, hanging out with me here tonight. Greatly appreciate every single one of you. I hope that you had an absolute blast. I know I sure did. Let's go ahead and back out of here. But yeah, we got a lot accomplished tonight. We got all the bales there taken care of on the homestead field. We also got the bales done with the alfalfa. That's all converting and getting made into silage as we speak. It's just going to take about 2 months for that to get done. Once that's all said and done, though, it'll be good to go. We got a contract done. We now have, what is it, 7,800 liters of corn. We got the 10,000 liters of soybeans. That's just hanging out there. Yeah, we did pretty good. We did pretty good today, and I'm pretty happy with that. But I hope you all had fun. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms... Let's try that again. Doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Take care.